Hello, good day. So I would like to share something very important topic that is about causes of depression. So nag-search ako dito and I find it here. So by Deborah Folgam Bruce, isang PhD. So she said about depression is a complex disease. No one know exactly what causes it, but it can happen for a variety of reasons. Some people have depression during a serious medical illness. Others may have depression with life changes such as a move or the death of a loved one. Still others have a family history of depression. Those who do may have depression and feel overwhelmed with sadness and loneliness for no reason. So there are a lot of causes, and we cannot judge people why they are feeling this way and why they have why they're why the same people why some people have done something that is very unusual, like taking their own lives or do self harm. So we cannot really judge them. So here are some reasons that causes them or lead them to do this. So first we have here abuse. So physical, sexual or emotional abuse can make you more vulnerable to depression later in life. So we know that the time of olden times, so parents will discipline their children by physical and emotional abuse. And worse to that, some also encounter sexual abuse. And this will trigger them, and this will cause psychological and emotional abuse also. So age, people who are elderly are at a higher risk of depression that can be made worse by other factors such as living alone and having a lack of social support. So I noticed this one also to my grandma. So she wanted to be living alone, and she doesn't want to have more conflict or something that can irritate her. So this is a sign also of aging, when we want to more to be our own and not to be socialized with other people. So maybe because of the change of lifestyle or priorities in our lives, that will lead us to make this kind of decision to be unsocialized. Next is certain medications. Some drugs such as isotretinoin used to treat acne. So some medication can also causes depression. So we cannot really judge people why they are feeling this way. So conflict, depression is someone who have the biological vulnerability to it may result from personal conflicts or disputes with family members or friends. So even where it comes to our family or friends, there are some challenges or circumstances that can that can really test our relationship with our family and friends. So when our price is the one that um, will be the will rule over us, over our relationship with our loved ones, then this will cause also a gap, and some of us will uh, make a decision that will end the relationship and they will not talk to them anymore. So this will also cause depression. So we miss them, but our pride is more is more valuable to us. That's why we tend to neglect or to disregard our important relationship with our family or friends. Next is the death or a loss. So one good example is when Britney Spears lost her aunt. So that's lead her also to cut her hair, to be bald. So that is also a sign of depression. So even though we are members of the church, we all also know the gospel of Jesus Christ, the purpose of it. But losing someone that's very close to us or dear to us, that will also cause us to grieve and to mourn for those loss. But it will also take time to accept and to finally sink into our mind and our system that they already not with us at this moment, but we also know that God has a better plan for us in our next step, that we know that his plan is for us to have an eternal family too. So next is here is gender. So women are about twice as likely as men to become depressed. No one's sure why. The hormonal changes that women go through at different time of their lives may play a role. So our hormonal changes could also affect the depression, especially for those women who also give birth. So after giving birth, so this is called postpartum depression. You will know if you have postpartum depression because after your baby has been born, you may feel weepy, anxious, moody, or irritable. You can also lose your appetite, suffer from insomnia, have a panic attacks, and feel inadequate to take care of your baby. So there are worse scenarios that can need also and that can affect their action with the postpartum depression. So of course, after you're giving birth, you will have insomnia because of taking care of your baby. So time to time, the baby will wake up and need your support, need your comfort. So this also cause also the depression. And for me, it has more other reason also like my work and other responsibility that I have to to meet up. So there are a lot of things that can overwhelm me that also lead me for depression. Okay, so what else we have here? Okay, genes. A family history of depression may increase the risk. It's thought that depression is a complex trait, meaning there are probably many different genes that each exert small effects rather than a single gene that contributes to disease risk. The genetic of depression, like most psychiatric disorder, are not as simple or straightforward as in purely genetic diseases as Huntington's chorea or cystic fibrosis. So if this will be the cause of of our depression about our genes, so we have to know more about our family history or to look for someone who is expert or psychologist that can help us also for our medication or the support that we need, especially for our relatives or loved ones that can help us to cope up with this kind of illness. So next we have here is major events. Even good events such as starting a new job, graduating, or getting married can lead to depression. So can moving, losing a job or income, getting divorced, or retiring. However, the syndrome of clinical depression is never just a normal response to stressful life events. So it varies a lot. So we cannot really judge someone. So even good events can also uh, can give also an impact for our depression. So I've been moving from places to places, and this is also one of the cause of my depression. So moving here in Davao is really different from the way I live in Manila or in Cebu. So that's kind of a big major events also with me. So next is the other personal problems. So problems such as social isolation due to the illnesses, or being cast out of a family or social group can contribute to the risk of developing clinical depression. So if you feel cast out or um, we are, we fear more of rejection. So instead, uh, we will be rejected. We'll be the one to reject from the people around us, or we prevent from happening this one by not going to social activities. So we isolate ourselves. So this also cause another cause of depression. So serious illnesses, sometimes depression happens along with a major illnesses or maybe triggered by another medical conditions. So we can because of our illness, we take some medication also, and that kind of medication can also affect our hormonal changes or something that can lead also to depression. So before you judge people about their why they are feeling this way, why they wanted to commit suicide, or why they actually did suicide. So there are a lot of factors. So there are a lot of studies. So we can know, we have to be educated with this also causes, with this kind of problem because it's already being rampant. So we don't have to say something that that can push people also push people to go beyond, or that will push them to do suicide, because our words really can hurt. Our action can really hurt. So the support of a mother, of a new mother, is really important. The support of her husband, or the family members that around her. And also, if we see some of our relatives who are facing a lot of changes, or we can feel that they are dealing some hard time to cope up with with the changes or challenges in their lives, we have to show them that we are there for them, to support or to help them, uh, to to lift them up, to make them feel that we are there to support when they need it as most. So that's how we can help those people who are feeling this kind of depression. So for me, the things that actually help me to overcome this kind of depression is, I remember the things I have taught during the time I serve a mission. So the basic things that I need is to develop again my faith in my Savior Jesus Christ and the plan of my Father in heaven. So I pray, I pleaded for help and guidance. What are the things I have to do so that I can be a better mother and can support them with their needs, both spiritual, emotional, and also temporal. So it led me to find a good job and also gain my confidence, and help me to seek more learning and to be productive, and also to eliminate the things that can also trigger my depression. So I am follow those people uh, that has no cannot contribute something good to me, or can trigger me some bad ideas or thoughts. So I also joined some group like our leaders in the church that can express more, or that can give some wonderful cause that can inspire me to move on, to accept the God's will, and to live a better life, and to focus also in my progression. So if I feel happy, if I continue to have goal in my life, this will help me to be a better mother to my children also. So I'm thankful with the gospel of Jesus Christ. I'm thankful that He guide me and inspire me to cope up with my depression. So and these things help me a lot. So I hope that the things I have shared to you will help you also in facing difficulty or changes, or that can cause pain and sorrow, and that will lead you to depression. So let's end the scenario of a victim, or let's stop feeling down or being self-pity. So let's take step by step, little by little, that will change us, and to strengthen our mind, our emotional, and our spiritual. So we have to balance our life, so both spiritually, physically, socially, and our mentally. So it will give us the strength to continue and to live a better life, a happy life. And when we're happy, it will also influence the people around us. And if ever people will say uh, something that can hurt us, because words really hurts, those judgment. So this is being more focused what the Savior think about us.